This is the foundation. This wasn't a planned video. I worked graveyard last night, so I slept most of the morning. And in mainland time is you guys are much for the mainland people. You guys are much ahead of time than me. So I work graveyard. So when I was sleeping, all the news was going out. I ignored all of my notifications and all that. So I got the news kind of late. But anyway, this really quick, just like to say thank you to Tony Romo. I know that probably, with you putting your family first, I think the decision to move on to NBC was, made it easier and clear. Well, not easier, but clearer to, for putting your family first and all that. Yeah, so the Cowboys released Tony Romo, and since he retired and stuff like that. It's kind of like a thing where you kind of go, you know what's coming, and then you still get surprised when it actually is there. This is just more like this couple quick memories of Tony Romo, and what he actually meant to me personally, as a player. Like if I had to go like quick 3 memories of Tony Romo, is gotta be the game when against the shoot, I don't know why I'm drawing blank right now. Why am I drawing blank? Well, anyway, we'll skip to the next one. Before NFL Network became because DirecTV wasn't on Kauai yet, wasn't available on Kauai just yet, and and dish satellite dishes was expensive, very expensive. So one of the first times I went, one of the few times I really want to go to the bar, and like I'd rather watch from my house and stuff. I mean I'll go every now and then, but this is one where I went to the bar, and I don't have the hat is in the other room, but anyway, I'm watching the game against the Green Bay Packers, and the whole storyline was Tony Romo plays against his idol and all that, and and I'm wearing my hat and had these Green Bay Packer fans. I mean, they were dedicated, and usually I respect a lot of the Green Bay Packer fans. I think they're very cool very cool fan base and all that. But anyway, this guy, he comes in. I mean, they were dedicated. They came in with painted faces and everything. And he comes up to me. He goes, "You should take off that hat, because they're gonna lose. I don't want to put any more shame on you." And I was like, I'm not the kind of guy that likes to talk trash and all that kind of stuff. But as soon as he said that, I was like, okay, game on. And I remember watching the game. When we won, I was like, "Give me this rag, please." And I was like, "Why?" And I went to this. I was like, I was gonna give you this towel, but I just thought about it. I wouldn't want people to know what I look like, because it's very shame. So I walked away. And another one was at a bar as well too. Watching. Bills fans are not, they're not too much fans on Kauai or anything like that. But I remember, team guys from other teams like yelling at me. I think me and 3 other guys maybe that was Cowboy fans in the bar, and they were like yelling, "Yeah, you see, look, yeah, you call that your guy? Look at him, he sucks." And I was just like, okay, whatever. And then when that field goal went through, I was like, what? I was like, and then obviously, the game against the 49ers. The puncture lung game, that was a great game to watch. Oh man, to see him, the way he picked himself up, and and then you just thinking, a fractured rib or whatever, and they come to find out he had a punctured lung, and I was like, wow. And then the game against the Detroit Lions, another great game. For Tony Romo though, what he meant. What as a player, what he meant to me was like, talk about a guy that, because of Quincy Carter's personal issues, Romo was on the job. Romo got to keep a job. and to see him, you know, fight, fight for everything that he got, and to take over to Drew Bledsoe when the coach didn't really want to, and then finally said, you know what, let's make the change. And and he was a breath of fresh air. He got and that was the thing that caught my eye. I was like, wow, he's really energized everybody, not just the fan base, but the players as well. And it was a great sight to see. And then becoming that like that figure, like he became the face of all our hater nation. Like here the haters was out there. Some of it is maybe a little bit jealousy because he started getting a social life. Hooking up with Jessica Simpson, Carrie Underwood, and stuff like that. Which I didn't like the Jessica Simpson one because I thought she was bad luck. But anyway, like was full on. A lot of guys had that that PhD in them. But yeah, so it was that, and then I became a fan of. I became a guy that was a wait and see. Like I was like, I want to see Romo do more. I wanted to before before I start really putting my having it. I had his back, but it was just like putting that extra something in there, and then backing up Tony Romo and stuff like that, and then from defending Tony Romo. I was just like, okay, I've done this to a lot of fans. So I go, okay, put our list of our roster, put your list of the roster. Now everybody says that we had a lot of talent, and I went, go down the list and actually take how many guys you'll take above your guys at that same position. And there was rarely anybody that they could pick more than 3. To be honest, was rare. Like a lot of fan bases out there. There's like, I'm not trading him for him. And that was the case. And I was like, that would be my win. That would be my argument. I was like, okay, yeah, we get the hype and all that. But to be honest, it was like that's why I was like defending Romo in a sense. I was defending Romo. I was like, there's not, we look like a team, but we're actually there's like 4 or 5 guys up here, and everybody else is down here, and the guys in the middle was more on this side, so the gap was just huge, and all that. But when the day I came a Tony Romo fan was 2009, because again the haters was out there, and it was like, oh, Tio's gone, what you guys gonna do? And what a great season that was. I really put a lot of stock into that season. I was sad that day that we lost to Minnesota. Because and on top of that, just to put a little cherry on top, like it was like a Super Bowl, because when I went to the bar after that, everybody was like coming at me. I was just like, wow. I go, did the Minnesota win the Super Bowl or something? And it was just like, ever since then I was a Tony Romo fan, and I just wish we just made a bet, rather than going for making stupid trades like the Roy Williams trade and all that, like losing a first round and a second round pick. Where we could, if you look at that draft, and you think about where we could have, the guys that we could have drafted, you would understand why it's so irritating. Also, what you call, the shoots. What I was saying now. Sorry. And not having him win because that was that was my thing. Like from defending Tony Romo, then all of a sudden getting this little cynical thing. Like, man, what a slap in the face to everybody. I mean, all the haters would have. I mean, imagine if the catch was the catch, and we went on to beat Seattle, and went on to win the Super Bowl. I mean, you talk about, everybody said that the Patriots are the most hated team. I guarantee you that would flip. Everybody would be gasping to not have Romo win a title. They would be like, no. I don't care about Brady, but no. The Cowboys and Tony Romo cannot win. I guarantee you everybody would have been like that. And that's why it would have been so cool to see Tony Romo lift a championship trophy and be like the ultimate FU to everybody, to all the haters, And like that's why I sympathize with Cowboy, super Romo fans. Like Herschel Walker's mine, and every time I seen, as much as I loved it, and I couldn't help but this kind of go look and go, man, I wish Herschel Walker could have been a part of it. Against with those 3 Super Bowls, and I wish Tony Romo would be a part of it. Just to have that validation kind of thing, because he was a great player. Is this he won't get that validation and all that, because he wasn't like a one of a kind like how Dan Marino was back in the day. There's a lot of quarterbacks because of the rules and everything like that. But anyway, just to Tony Romo, mahalo nui loa, aloha ahui ho.